Blessed be witches Blessed be witches, and welcome to another episode of Witch Please. It is I, Odin the Seer, and today we are going to be doing the last part of our Chakra Bath Bomb series, and we are going to be doing the Crown Chakra. What would we use our Crown Chakra Bath Bombs for? Well, we could use it for connecting to our higher self, our divine wisdom, the Akashic records, the universal essence, or the universal consciousness, you name it, anything that has to do with the higher realms. Now, I like to use these bath bombs when I am going to be doing any angelic work. This is a great way of being able to get the body vibration up. I even have a tendency, if I need to do some serious meditation on a higher level, if I'm not doing any soul meditation, but I'm doing a higher consciousness level, I will use this bath bomb before I start to meditate. Also, if I need to do any kind of spell working that has to do with ancestral work, because they're in that realm of the angels now and whatnot, I find that this is another great way of being able to just heighten the vibration a little bit, to be able to allow for you to have an easier connection with these higher realm beings. Where this is located in the world, this chakra, that would be the Himalayan mountains in Tibet. So that gives you another great idea of how strongly connected this bath bomb is with the higher forms of spirituality. You're going to need your Epsom salt, corn flour or corn starch, your citric acid, your bicarbonate of soda or baking soda, not baking powder y'all, baking soda, your cups with which to use and to measure everything out, crystals, just regular quartz crystals in the center of these bath bombs, some lavender, as well as some lavender oil, nutmeg oil, and some clary sage oil. Measuring spoons, forks, and a bowl with which to mix this. Now, you're not going to be needing any food coloring for this. We are going to leave this plain. We want it to stay kind of a whitish color because that is the higher chakras. I find that they are light white colors. Now, I also wanted to show y'all this. If you are having a hard time with your bath bombs and they just aren't holding together, break them up, put them in a nice bottle, and then you can just scoop out a couple of scoops directly into your water and it will still fizz like any other bath bomb will. So I wanted to start off with the oils. Lavender. Now, the reason why I like to use lavender is lavender has always been associated with the higher self, understanding and connection to the higher self. It's great for bringing in a sense of peace and calm and harmony. It's also great for divine love. I'll use lavender for ancestral work as well. And it's just a good one for being able to bring that vibration up. Nutmeg has the spark of creation in it. Bringing that vibration up, bringing in that essence, you want to be able to feel that connection. You want to be able to feel comfortable. So I like to use the nutmeg in there to bring in that comfortability with the ascending up to a realm that may be a little unsettling for some. Clary sage has always been associated with purification, cleansing, spirituality, higher self. I mean, it's called clary sage, so think about that. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put in half a cup of bicarbonate of soda. So now what we're going to be using is we are going to be using some citric acid, and you are going to be using half a cup. We are now going to move on to our corn flour or corn starch, and you are going to be using 1/4 of a cup of corn starch. And next is your Epsom salt, and we are going to be using 1/4 of a cup of Epsom salt. Now I am making a mess everywhere here, darling. And you're just going to add this right into that mixture here. Now you're going to stir it up a little bit. Get those all well incorporated. We're going to put this aside now, and we are going to start making our wet ingredients. So, again, we are going to be using castor oil here. Alright, so we are going to start off with our lavender oil. So I am going to be adding 40 drops of my lavender oil. Next, we are going to be using the nutmeg. And I am going to be adding 30 drops of the nutmeg. And last but not least, the clary sage. And we are going to be adding 30 drops of the clary sage as well. This is wonderful. It smells powerful and it smells uplifting. I've had people say to me before, it almost smells cleansing. And once you make this, you will understand exactly what I'm talking about, witches. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take some of my lavender here. And I'm going to mix this right in here. And then I'm going to mix all the wet and dry ingredients together. And then I will pray over the entire thing. Remember that you want to go slowly. You don't want to do this quickly because you will find that it will just start to activate and you may lose it. So if you go slowly, you mix them together slowly, you'll find that it will not activate and you'll be able to form them into the balls. Alright, so let's go. What you want to do is you want to get it to a consistency that when you squeeze it, it sticks together. It actually forms, okay? So now what we're going to do is we are going to take our forms here. Now you can get many different forms. These I actually got at the dollar store, and it's around Yule, around Christmas, so you're going to be able to find a lot of these around. You can always order the metal molds to put together. They work fabulous as well, but I find these work just as well, and they last a long time. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to pray over our mixture, and then we are going to start forming the balls. So you want to get in there, you want to push them into place. Place in your crystal, okay? And I'm going to put this right in here, and I'm going to start forming the other side. If you've been doing a lot of personal work, a lot of internal alchemy, you'll find that the use of this will not be as necessary. But for those of you who are just starting out on the craft and you're wondering why you may be having a difficult time connecting with the higher selves and whatnot, it could simply be that you're living in more of a mundane reality and you're having a difficult time of being able to break that off, shake that off, so that you can ascend to a place where it's easier for you to connect with the higher selves and spirit. So this is a good way for that as well. So there you have it. Your first bath bomb. Okay, and let's move on to the next one. And to use it, very easy. You just want to cleanse your body first. So I normally will take a shower, cleanse my body, then start running the bath. And then I will put this in a couple of chants, a couple of prayers, and I find that I just kind of get into a Zen mode, and then it's easier for me to do that spirit work. Or I had a comment from somebody, from one of the Witch Please family members, and they said that they didn't necessarily feel the most comfortable using chakra anything in their craft. So I want to be able to possibly do a chakra oil series that will remember this is not going to cause you to jump out of your body and go off to other realms. However, you may find that when you go to sleep that night, that you may have an OBE, out-of-body experience, or you may find that you're having dreams of your ancestors and so on and so forth. That is because this is bringing the vibration up and allowing for communication with those beings to be a lot easier, for them to speak to you and for you to speak to them. And there you have it, witches. We are done. The Chakra Bath Bomb series is complete. If you have not subscribed, boo-boo, you need to press subscribe. Join the Witch Please family and do not miss out on a thing. You can follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, as well as Facebook, and you can always send me a personal email at witchpleaseofficial@gmail.com. I said it before, boo-boos, and I will say it again. It is a pleasure to have you in my world. It is an honor to have you in my magic. And you are always in my heart. I will see you again on another episode of Witch Please. I love you, boo-boos. Bye-bye.
Aww. Bye.